think that she needs something. I was thinking like a prop would be really good, like an apple.
Like a broom.
Like a broom. He curls over his finger slowly and places it on his chin.
Just as I think it's Nigel McGuinness goes, he's got a lot to think about. And he's like,
Do you know who else has got a really good spear? Bianca Belair.
yes, she does. Yes, she's got a very good spear.
Very good spear. She can spear me any day. Wolfgang takes to the air. Hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling Podcast. My name is Ant, and this is
Ollie.
And today we are looking at episode 4 of NXT UK. Did you do your hand wave thing?
I did it just at the beginning when you were introducing.
Awesome. I'm glad people are enjoying the hand wave thing. There was a message we got that said, "I like his hand wave thing."
Really?
We did, man. Not ripping off Tyler Bate entirely.
No.
Just
the Queen.
So this was filmed on the 31st of October. This was the episode where they started showing 2 a week. Quite a lot of programming to watch, and they're doing the same again next week. So keep subscribed to us for new videos when they come out, and you'll be the first to know about them. Also, if you go to our Facebook and Twitter, we'll let you know when the videos come out on there as well, if you so desire. And let us know what you think, if you're enjoying NXT UK or if you disagree with our opinions. We've got some strong opinions on this episode, haven't we?
Yeah.
So stay with us for them, and all will be awesome. So the first episode, what episode would be complete without Mustache Mountain in some form? They have appeared in all 4 episodes.
They have, yeah.
First episode was a promo.
Yeah.
Tyler Bate was the main event of the second episode. Trent Seven in the last episode.
And now
here we are as a tag team.
Mustache Mountain together at last.
The good guys, man. The good wrestlers.
Yes.
Always get a pop. So So we got Trent Seven and Tyler Bate versus Sam Gradwell and Saxon Huxley.
Yes.
That's right. Jesus and fake Sheamus are back in the ring.
So these were the 2 guys that last week's episode I got them
completely
confused about their promo.
Yeah.
And then of course this week they've decided to put them in a match together as a tag team just to mess with me.
So which
obviously.
one's Huxley? Jesus or
Huxley,
Sheamus?
and I've realised what they're chanting. It's Suntan Jesus.
Suntan Jesus.
Yeah. Well, that's what it sounds like anyway. Suntan Jesus. Which,
We should go to an event and just chant Suntan Jesus, and everyone else will be going, no, it looks like Jesus.
yeah.
But Suntan Jesus.
It's hilarious though that also Sam Gradwell is the palest man in existence, bar Sheamus.
Bar Sheamus, yeah.
So they've got
he's got the
Suntan
bad mohawk.
Jesus and the palest man in the world together.
Bar Sheamus. Great as Mustache Mountain come out and they start winding up the towels in the ring. Did you notice the announcer?
No.
So they go into the ring, they start winding up the towels, and the announcer sort of does this step back like, I hope they're not going to throw that this way.
They're going to whip me with them like in the locker room.
Yeah, that'd be great if they just went out and started whipping the ring.
That's what they'll do is if they ever turn heel, that's what they'll do. They'll just start whipping everyone with them. I do like the roll they do because they get that nice chant. The crowd really gets behind it with like the build up as they roll.
Going out. It's great, man.
It is
it's
a good
great.
entrance.
That's why they're great, and that's why they're on every episode because they are great. They're great fan pleasers, but they're also fun in the ring. They really are sort of helping develop this division so far. 100%. I wonder how they're going to carry on using that, whether they'll carry it on or how it'll hand over.
I think they'll probably lose the first tag
definitely.
championship match and then they'll chase for a while. I think that's what they'll use them for.
Whether they'll even ever get them, I don't even know.
I don't know if they need them.
No, I don't know. So they might end up back on the NXT tag team.
Maybe they'll just be there to help develop NXT UK for a while, and then they'll move them on to.
And that's fine.
And that's fine. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
As long as they don't take Toni Storm away.
Yeah.
And put her on the main roster.
Not do that.
Destroy her. Seven falls out of the ring early on as Saxon pushes him out, where Sam Gradwell beats him when he's down. There's chants from the audience. Hey, Jesus. Ooh, I want to know if you be my girl. It makes no sense, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you know what? It's that kind of stuff, though, that makes stars.
It
you know,
is,
like Saxon Huxley
Bailey,
will be remembered now because he's, Suntan Jesus. Still think he should have the crucifix powerbomb as his finisher. Still think that should be his finisher. Missing a trick there.
The problem is they can't do it. They can't do it. That's the problem. It's great. The crowd love it. The crowd are behind it. They cannot, on WWE TV, have Jesus come out in a match against Muhammad. It wouldn't work, man.
I don't know. Vince McMahon fought
I
God
know he
once.
did, but this is when wrestling was awful. I mean,
That's true.
So it's so frustrating that they can't use that and
I
just have a bit of fun
know,
with it.
it would be
Because
so
I feel
good.
like, and I'll talk about it a bit later on, but I do feel like all these characters need to just be pushed a little bit further.
Yes.
I really do.
Definitely.
I think we talked about it a little bit last time. Seven takes all the punishment at the start. It certainly makes these two look stronger as a team. This is Saxon Huxley and Sam Gradwell than when there was in single matches last week. I thought that they looked a lot stronger. They dominated the start of the match against Trent Seven completely.
Yeah, they did. They kept him isolated and was working him over. There was a nice little callback to their earlier match where Trent Seven was going for the chops and then faked one, dropped, and then he delivered the DDT in their last match. He went for it again during the tag match, but he didn't fall for it. Yeah, which was a really nice continuity there.
And obviously this has all been filmed on the same night or over 2 nights, maybe.
I think it's 2. I'm not sure.
Bit of a weird spot as Seven is on the ropes. So it was building up to the hot tag, and he was sort of against the ropes, probably about an arm's length away from Tyler Bate. Didn't go for the tag. I think it was Saxon and Gradwell that were a little slow on going for the moves that they needed to do, so he ends up sending them through the second rope. I think they was a bit slow, but it looks a bit awkward when you.
Okay, so I read that totally differently.
Did you?
Yeah, I read it as Trent Seven was luring him in to put them on the outside for the Tyler Bate plancher.
Oh, okay.
That's what I read. Is that he was deliberately.
No, I don't think so, because there was building up the hot tag to him before it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it feels like
it felt like I felt like it was a deliberate thing, but maybe I don't know. I guess
maybe so.
It's interesting
maybe
how
so.
wrestling reads differently.
It is, isn't it? And then eventually Bate gets a tag. Say again.
I really liked it.
Oh, did you?
I really liked that kind
it
of baiting
just
the
was
tag
confusing
thing.
to me, but then maybe I was making notes and at the same time sort of half watching. Tyler Bate gets in, and it's great. Tyler Bate brings so much energy into the ring, and Seven's so good at building that up as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, sends himself over the top rope, comes in corner moves really quick, great speed from the big strong boy, and it makes it exciting, man.
Which was on commentary.
Awesome.
Nigel McGuinness, big strong boys here in Cambridge. Love it. More of that, please.
Yeah,
so
man.
good.
The commentators were really good, apart from one match. But even in the final match was really
they were
good
great.
as well.
They were selling the action really well all night.
Bate uses Huxley as a battering ram to break a submission from Gradwell.
So
the lariat into half Nelson gets Mustache Mountain the win. That was good, man.
I like that finish as well. I really like it.
Oh, there was another double team move which I forgot to mention, which was by Saxon and Gradwell. I will get them right eventually. Where they did a sort of a half power bomb into a backstabber. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, it was cool. The only thing I'll say is though that he caught him with the backstabber like right on the butt cheeks.
Yes.
Like his knees like went right up his butt cheeks.
But in terms of concept, that's a really good
cool,
concept
really cool move.
I think Gradwell didn't get him up high enough as well.
Yeah, because Saxon's a tall ass guy.
Yeah. The lariat into the half Nelson gets Mustache Mountain the win. 3 wins for Mustache Mountain in 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Cool, fair enough.
Doing very well.
I'm not even going to go about the facing winning anymore.
No, we've talked about that a lot.
And I thought it made Gradwell and Saxon Huxley look so much better than they did last episode.
Yeah.
I really did. I thought even though they lost they look okay.
And because they made a good point of them being a burgeoning tag team, you know, they're only just new together, but they still had quite a lot of cohesiveness and chemistry.
Yeah,
it played out well that they would lose to such a
renowned tag team
who have been together for 2 years. I think they said, so it made a lot of sense in terms of concept as well.
I can't wait to see what they do next.
Yes.
Backstage, we see Travis Banks has been attacked and is holding his arm. I think Travis Banks was injured when this event was filmed, so we was never going to get that main event. Right. So Johnny Saint, the head teacher, comes in and I want to know who was responsible for this.
Who is responsible for this?
I want to know right now.
Get him in my office.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good or really bad that it's good.
I love it. I really hope that they push this idea of him being like a disciplinarian.
You just want to see Eddie Dennis and him go at it.
Yeah, they need a feud over who is the best head teacher.
Because they've been really using Eddie Dennis. I mean, he was the youngest head teacher, and I believe that fact's true. I know that he was a head teacher, and he's a young man as well. It's awesome. The Isla Dawn video package, the Scottish witch.
Modern day witch.
Yeah. Well, it is. Yeah, that's what they say. But yeah. She's going at you whether you're male or female. I didn't understand that bit. She was quite hard to understand. She's got a strong Scottish accent, but she's also got a lisp. Not her fault, but I don't understand why her character needs to talk.
Yeah.
That character doesn't need to talk.
Well, when they introduced her as modern day witch, I thought they were going to go push this like kind of, you know, like not like the Undertaker, but that kind of, you know, mystical,
some dark mist.
Because particularly with her entrance, the way that it comes out as well, you know, it's very well. It has the potential to be something kind of interesting.
It's not there yet.
It just feels like they've gone. She's the modern day witch, but not given any kind of context as to why she's the modern day witch. Like, what is there about her that's in any way witchy?
Apart from the mention during the match was like her symbol. But it's a crap symbol. It's you know, it don't work. Anyway, she really looks like the vampire from True Blood. Have you ever seen True Blood?
I've never seen True Blood.
Have you ever seen Daredevil?
Yes.
Do you know the girl that's in love with him?
Oh, right.
Girl? She really looks like her.
Okay, yeah. She's really good.
Yeah. She was in True Blood, and she was wearing darker makeup and stuff.
Right, cool.
She looks like her. Did you watch the Mae Young Classic this year?
Yes, most of it. So, I missed like about 4 matches, I think.
Because Isla made it quite far in. Did you see any of her stuff?
No, I think hers was the matches.
Okay, that you avoided.
I basically watched Tony Storm go all the way through. That's why I watched.
You didn't watch the Mae Young Classic, you just watched Tony Storm. Awesome. We get Ginny video package. A little more of her in this episode. Don't let the good looks or fabulous ring gear intimidate you.
So
Are you more
much
excited for
better
Ginny?
this time round. Okay.
I thought you would.
The thing that sort of like there was much less focus on like these are the clothes that I wear. Like, okay, and what bearing does that have on an in-ring match? Yeah. But they did. What I really liked about it was the contrast between the words they were flashing up. So they did like alluring and then savage, and then like so there was that kind of made more sense to me, and I was like, okay, cool. They're going with this kind of like. I'm, you know, lady, like I'm like, you know, I'm so fashionista,
but I'm actually.
I'll kill you in the ring.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I think that's really interesting, and I can't wait to see how it plays out.
So much better. There's a really funny SmackDown preview. I think it was just before the Ginny.
Sorry.
Yeah, so there was a SmackDown preview just before the Ginny promo, which
SmackDown UK. So let us know if you was there. You know, that'd be awesome to hear.
That happened last night.
Yep.
And it featured like it was like. Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles, The Miz versus Daniel Bryan, Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. None of those matches happened.
No, but they have happened. They have happened for the last 7 weeks on SmackDown.
But they did not happen last night, as was advertised. I thought that was funny.
It is. There's an interview next with Johnny Saint. Travis was supposed to face Wolfgang in the main event. Mark Andrews comes in saying it must have something to do with the Coffee Brothers. He wants Saint to put him in the main event to teach him a lesson. Walks off before Saint can do anything whatsoever. Right, and then he curls over his finger slowly and places it on his chin.
Just as I think it's Nigel McGuinness goes, he's got a lot to think about. And he's like,
Anytime Johnny's in the same on the screen, I'm
great.
Laughing.
He's gold. He's gold.
I think he is. I think he is just great.
He's amazing.
Did you notice that curl over?
Yeah. I've got it written down here. Thinking hand. Thinking hand. Like, I need my hand to think. It's like, you know, like people like stroke their beard. He didn't have a beard,
yeah, I know,
so he just kind of went like
natural though, you know. So it's just like
It's almost like a Scooby-Doo kind of who done it kind of thing.
Oh, it's awful. So wooden.
Really good.
So the plot thickens. Is Wolfgang waking with the coffees? We'll find out later on. Next match we have Isla Dawn versus Nina Samuels. So I'm going to talk a little bit this episode about Isla Dawn's entrance in specific because it's not right. There's so many things about it. So the lighting is a bit wrong as it is.
Yeah.
You know, so there was a strobe behind. It was a pulsing thing, but it was all just thrown together in a real weird way.
Yeah.
The thing where she goes into the entrance ramp and she stands there and she does a pose. It's not a very strong pose, right? I feel like it should be more. It should be...
It's a bit witchy.
It's a bit
witchy.
A bit witchy.
Yeah.
But it's like Sabrina witchy and not like... The Witches of Eastwick, witchy, which is the level of witch I want.
Okay.
But I think that she needs something. I was thinking like a prop would be really good, like an apple.
Like a broom.
Like a broom. She just floats off.
She flies in on a broomstick.
Yeah, maybe not. No, I was thinking an apple, but then it's like Carly. It's like the Snow White thing.
But a big red, a massive, oversized red one.
Oh, Granny Smith. She could sell Granny Smith in
Granny Smith green.
But it is, yeah.
Oh.
But the big apples, man. I mean, and it's the name as well. I think, but they can also do it like Hogan, you know, like your vitamins brother. She.
An apple a day keeps me away. I think because for real though, I think that like the witch thing, I'm totally on board with it if they give her a reason to be witchy or give her something that feels witchy. But at the moment, it's like they've kind of gone, your gimmick is the witch.
Or a rose would work.
Yeah,
come out with a rose and pick apart the petals.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It'd be cool. It just feels like I'm not saying like go Gangrel with it.
No,
right?
no.
You know, don't bring on a cup full of blood.
Go Gangrel with it.
What just comes on with a steak and just drips blood on.
Yeah, man, I'd be up for that.
Yeah,
I missed some
would actually.
When Gangrel's music came on the other day, was it on SmackDown or?
Yes, the New Day came out.
Yeah, the New Day came out. I was all over that because I love Gangrel.
Yeah,
man, the Brood were amazing.
Yeah, he comes to Hull every so often, you know, at the City Hall.
Yeah,
I did
not know that.
Yeah, man, he's a cool dude.
That's cool.
So the match quickly, because it was very quick and pointless. So they were selling Isla Dawn's kicks, saying that she'd been trained by Aleister Black. I don't really like it when they say that she's been trained by... When anyone's been trained by another wrestler whose current roster.
Yeah, there's a lot of that at the moment, though.
There is, yeah.
Every single person
spoiler.
seems to have, like, this person's been trained by this person. It's like... Okay, just let them sell themselves based on their own credibility, not on the credibility of the trainers.
Older guys, and it's giving a sense of. So this guy's been trained by Shawn Michaels, let's say.
Okay,
right? And it gives. It's not necessarily about saying who they're trained with, because that doesn't actually matter. We don't hear who everyone's trained with.
Yeah.
It's more about saying this guy is similar to Shawn Michaels.
Cool.
What we're doing here is we're saying she was similar to Aleister Black, which is. Contradicting what I'm saying, but the fact is he's a current roster member, and it doesn't feel right that he's a trainer. He probably has, because you know Finn Balor's got his own school, but we don't need to hear about that.
Because I think as well, if you're mentioning these people that are still current roster members, you're actually distracting. Because when they said that, I thought about the current storyline with Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano.
That's why I was thinking. I'm behind.
Are you? Okay, there's a storyline. Have you missed that one?
You
need to watch NXT, man.
I haven't seen who injured Aleister Black, but I think
you know now. Man, it's been really, really good. Cool. Really good.
Cool.
But that's what it made me think about.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Which is
breaking
what
you
I
away
should not
from
be thinking about.
Yeah,
I should be thinking about what I'm watching.
So Nina Samuels targets Dawn's arms, bending it in the ring ropes. Isla Dawn's screams are really great.
Yes.
Isla Dawn, man. I keep wanting to say Isla Nubla, because that's how it's written down, which is the island of Jurassic Park.
Oh, didn't know that.
No,
didn't know that.
A dinosaur gimmick, would that work?
Yeah. But she's got to have a problem delivering a suplex
because her arms are too small.
Kick, she's great at. Headbutt, nothing else.
Some nice Irish whips into the turnbuckle match, which looked quite violent. A really weak suplex from Dawn gets the win. Not long enough, and the problem is they were selling these kicks, and we saw a couple of them, but then it didn't even finish the match, which was just wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there was a kick to the back of the head just before the suplex, which was nice, but again, finishing it with that suplex, which was
weak.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No, I didn't really enjoy this match. No.
I think Nina Samuels looked way better than last time. I think I wasn't super sold on her last time she was on.
I agree.
But I think she's a lot better this time. I much enjoyed.
But is that because she was against Toni Storm and Toni Storm
overshadowed her?
Overshadowed,
maybe.
Last episode, Danny Burch made a claim to be ready for a title shot, so we get an interview with Pete Dunne at this point, who says he's beat Tyler Bate, Noam Dar Gibson. Burch now has his attention. I'm going to beat him up and break his fingers and continue to be UK champion. Good. I mean, he's a bit of a bad talker, really. If we're honest.
I don't think he is. I think he's really natural. I think I think that at some point someone needs to say to him, just talk the way that you would normally.
But that's what he does.
I don't think he does. I think he is performing a little bit, but only a bit. Yeah. So I think everything he thinks that he needs to deliver everything really intensely, but I don't think he does. I think he would be so much more threatening if he was like, yeah, I'm just going to break his fingers. Like, that's what I'm going to do. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. It doesn't feel like it's reached that yet for me.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I just think there needs to be a little bit more nastiness there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's in the things that he's saying.
But he's also kind of a tweener at the moment, though.
He is, absolutely.
So where do you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to fall down too far on.
But how about, instead of doing these sort of long answers where he's sort of wobbling on a little bit, how about just, well, no, I'm gonna kill him and break his fingers and that, and just drop it there.
I think the biggest problem that they've got at the moment is the actual questions, not like how boring are the questions. How boring are the questions? It's always like, how have you prepared for your match with Danny Burch? Do you know what I mean? It's like, just ask him something interesting, like, because every single interview gets exactly the same set of questions, and it's always, are you? And they're always the same question asked in different ways. It's like, how are you going to beat Danny Burch? How have you prepared for beating Danny Burch? Yeah. Do you think he'll still be there?
It's like it's just the same rubbish. Yeah.
You could ask him one question and let him give a nice bit of a spiely but powerful answer. Yeah, that's all you need. But the questions are boring.
They are. Same video package as last week with Jordan Devlin. Was it the same video package?
I don't think it was. They added in this Weight of a Nation thing, which I don't think was in last time. But maybe
still
it was.
Didn't interest me.
It was. I thought Weight of a Nation was more interesting than Balor's mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was more interesting than this guy's Balor's mate, so you should care.
Me and Balor are buddies.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I quite like it. I quite like the idea of bringing the nationality thing in, particularly with it being NXT UK, particularly with us already pushing the nationality thing. Yeah. And the fact that they said he's the only, like, Southern Irish guy representing was a cool thing. I thought,
but it's all overshadowed by Balor.
But they keep, even in the match, they kept saying Balor.
Another video package with Eddie Dennis before we go into that match. How he's felt watching his peers being successful. He's quit his job to be here, being the UK's youngest head teacher, and he got a contract with WWE even while he was injured. They're really building this guy up to be something. I can't wait, man.
I know. I really hope that they're going to push him the way that they're pushing him in his promos. Because he's the most interesting thing in terms of storyline going at the moment on NXT UK. He's the thing that I keep waiting to. I look forward to the segments involving him.
I agree. Anytime his segment comes on, I put my stuff down to get excited about it.
And it's telling, that pretty much in every single promo it said more or less the same things. Yeah. Like, we get a little bit more information each time, but it does tread back over the stuff that they've already said, and I still eat it up. I still want more of it, and because he is such a natural talker. I think he's the most natural talker that they've got on the roster at the moment. Probably. He's incredible. Yeah. And that final line, I am Eddie Dennis and I have everything to prove,
is powerful.
Oh my God, such a good line. It's not like...
Is he a heel or a face?
I don't know yet.
I know. I don't know yet. Intriguing.
I don't care.
I
will.
I just want him.
I will be his fan either way.
And I want at WrestleMania weekend NXT UK featured on the NXT Takeover show.
Yeah.
Eddie Dennis versus Johnny Saint in a cane match. Right. The WWE's first ever cane on a pole. And do you actually have like school canes, or do you just have Glenn Jacobs?
You have a 2-meter ruler.
Not Glenn Jacobs just sat up there going, oh.
You could do, yeah. Are you too busy being a governor somewhere?
Fighting himself.
I genuinely thought you were going to say, I thought you were being deadly serious. I thought you were going to say Eddie Dennis versus Pete Dunne.
No, I wasn't being deadly serious whatsoever. I don't know, man.
WrestleMania weekend, and I was getting so excited about that concert because I'm just like, I haven't even seen him wrestle yet. I don't know if he's any good. No, I'm sold on his character already. Love it.
Cool. No, so do I. Jordan Devlin versus Tucker next. Tucker was defeated by Ashton Smith earlier on in the series, but I thought it looked really good in this match.
Yeah, he did.
The two looked really good. There's just not enough behind it to make you care, and the commentators are really annoying.
I'm surprised that they're not. I'm surprised they're not pushing Tucker, to be honest with you. He's been, he's lost twice in the first 4 episodes, and he's great.
Well.
He's great. He's really good. He's got the look as well.
But you can't push everyone as well.
I suppose that's true.
Devlin's got this storyline of the country,
the weight of the nation.
And he's Finn Balor's bud.
Yeah.
The two, they really are clean technicians, both of them. Devlin playing the heel, they're still mentioning Finn Balor training him, but as a heel, I suppose he's standing out a little bit more than when they did the UK tournament as a heel, so I appreciate that. Tucker does a sling blade. Tucker does a sling blade, right? And the commentators turn around and say, "Oh, hey, that's one of Finn Balor's moves."
Yeah. I don't know which one of them is a northern farmer, but yeah, one of them says that.
Like, why, man? Yeah. I mean, like Devlin, they're selling Devlin as being trained, but the other guy does a move and they still can't shut up.
About Balor, yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing is, earlier on in that match, I think it was earlier, or maybe it was, I'm sure it was earlier than that, they said, about Devlin, they said, he's moved away from, this idea of him just, being trained by Finn Balor. He wants to prove himself as his own man. And then they mentioned Balor like 4 times in the match. And I was like, if he wants to move away from it, let him move away from it. Stop bringing up Balor. Like every 2 seconds they bring up Balor.
It ruins the match. It was a competent match. It's just frustrating.
Because I love, don't get me wrong, I love Finn Balor, but
Who?
I don't want to be hearing about him constantly in other people's matches.
No, I agree.
Devlin's good enough to stand on his own 2 feet. They don't need to put Balor up against.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Tucker gets a nice flatliner for Toucan. Enjoyed that.
Man,
Devlin
really
gets
nice.
2 knees up when Tucker goes for a 10-ton off the top rope.
Yeah.
Then Devlin does this package slam type.
I like it.
Do you?
It looks brutal.
I don't know what it looks like.
So horribly wrong.
I don't know. It didn't. Out of everything we'd seen that was really defined in this match, that was the one move that I just don't understand yet.
It was the camera cut.
Probably.
Cut halfway through the move, which makes it seem like two, because it was the setup of one move and the delivery of another.
Yeah.
And when you cut in that middle point, you don't see it transition, so it ruins it.
I rewound it 3 times to try and
work out what was happening.
I couldn't get out how he'd gone there and then he'd ended up on his
because it's an awesome move, but
could be
the camera cut killed it.
Yeah,
camera cut killed it.
It's an okay match. Just too much in the background going on with Finn Balor.
Tucker screamed like a banshee.
Yeah, he did, man.
As he's chilling, but proper high-pitched scream as he came in for that forearm in the corner.
There were some great screams in this with Isla Dawn and then this.
Really good screams in this episode.
It's a screaming episode. In 2 weeks, I don't know if that's going to be is in 2 episodes or 2 weeks is in 4 episodes.
This is the thing, isn't it? Because they said episode 3 and 4 came out on the same night, which we didn't realise, which is why this is really happening so much after. But they said that. But then on episode 4, they said last week on episode 3.
Yeah.
But they came out on the same night.
Yeah.
So they're not even pretending that these are happening
so
in real time.
Are we thinking that the Tony Storm match is going to be this week? Fingers crossed, man.
I hope so. I want it back on screen.
And we're getting Tony Storm versus Dakota Kai, a tiny thing to mention, but I think that'd be really cool.
That'd be a good match.
Advert for Crown Jewel. Who will be the best in the world out of them 8 men? Let's keep that off the podcast, shall we?
Do we have to? Because I could talk about that for about an hour.
No, let's not. Let's keep going, baby. Danny Burch interview. Oh, no. Why just the Crown Jewel thing? Just stop me in my tracks of it. Danny Burch. Danny Burch interview. He's licked his wounds for the last 15 years of ups and downs. He's made of sterner stuff and he's ready for the NXT UK Championship. Cool. Okay. What do you think?
I'm still reeling.
I know.
Shane McMahon's the best in the world. I'm sorry. Oh God. Sorry, Danny Burch promo. Okay, so I really like his London bloke, the governor persona thing. Well, I don't know if it's persona. I think it's just him.
That's what I want more out of Pete Dunne. Is what I'd sort of say.
Give him more of like a kind of regional thing, or just give him more.
Just give him a bit more forward than he is now. He just seems to be fading back a bit.
I think it's weird because he's so expressive in the ring, isn't he? And he's
really, absolutely.
His faces are amazing, and then
it's the same as Tyler Bate. I don't think Tyler Bate can deliver a very good promo. That's why they put him with Trent Seven.
I don't know if it's whether he can or can't, or whether it's just that
not given the opportunity.
Whether WWE are going like, we want to keep you as kind of like down the middle as possible, just to make it more accessible and less. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm getting really sick of these interviews.
Oh man, let's talk about that interviewer for a little bit.
Okay, I think it's Razzie.
Razzie. Can we call him Mini Jackson? Because he looks like Michael Jackson when he was in the Jackson 5.
Does he?
Yeah, man. Michael Jackson had like this little afro and a little bow tie and stuff.
Okay.
That's why.
I don't know. Yeah,
it feels so out of place.
Well, okay. So my problem with it is that they are so clearly they film both halves of the interview in completely different places with completely different audio quality. So like you can literally hear during Razzie's segments, the camera is really good quality and the audio is crisp, and you can't hear any buzzing. You can't hear it's just like his voice and silence.
Yeah.
And then Danny Birch is talking, and the quality of the camera drops immensely, and you can hear all this like in the background going the whole way through. It's so annoying.
But it's not needed. I mean, there was nothing that was said in this promo that was needed to happen anyway.
That wasn't like Danny Birch said.
He did it
everything
in a promo
better.
last week that was better.
Yeah, exactly. In the ring.
Yeah, in the ring.
It was way better.
Yeah. No, I didn't like it at all.
The questions are just, again, it was the same questions again.
Yeah.
Well, and how are you preparing?
I just feel like the interviewer's like this, like he feels quite WWE, but I just want some like young Nigel McGuinness type fella just going up and asking the questions, you know what I mean, and becoming a small character himself. WWE is so afraid of making their interviewers like characters. Yeah. But then when you look at someone like Tom Phillips, who I think he's okay, but I don't think he's necessarily great. No. But the reason he got over is because Jericho gave him this character.
Yeah,
you know,
kept doing the tall, short thing,
which was great.
Stand with your legs apart, which is hilarious because that's what they get most interviewers to do in WWE.
Yeah. Or Charlie Caruso, not Charlie Caruso, Renee Young. They sort of let her go further. Man, but then Charlie Caruso is just like a mess. Just interviewers, man. Interviewers.
So I quite like Razzie's character. I kind of like him as a person, right?
I don't. I think hate him as a person.
I think he's quite interesting. I just wish they wouldn't make him like, because you can tell every single question he asks is so heavily scripted. It's just like it's like he's reading it off a card in front of him. Do you know what I mean? Like every single I just, you know what some of my favorite interviews are? The ones with Michael Cole and Triple H where they just sit down and have a chat.
Yeah, I don't.
Would feel like that's what I want. I want just like a bit of humanness from my.
That's exactly, and they can do that with this kid.
Like,
but they need to take off that bow tie and take off that shirt. Oh no, I don't. No.
I like it.
No.
I like Razzie. I'm a fan of Razzie. But I want them to give him. I want them to give him a bit more freedom, just to ask questions rather than. I mean, it might turn out that actually that's just what he's like. He might just be incredibly wooden.
No, it's just it feels like WWE.
It does. It feels like he's really heavily scripted, and they won't let him like talk like a normal human being. Do you know what I mean? Where it just
We won't talk about Razzie every episode, so we just really wanted to get that now.
I like him.
No, we're not. Johnny's Saint, however. Can you imagine Razzie like going into the head teacher's office?
No, he'd be like star pupil.
He would be, man. He would
bow tie.
Hello,
he'd come in like, hello.
It's like,
what are my cue cards today, sir?
Wolfgang versus Mark Andrews next. Early in the match, Wolfgang lifts Andrews to the top rope, showing that they're really selling the strength of Wolfgang. Really surprised how much they're selling the strength of Wolfgang. And actually quite surprised how big he is in comparison to the Coffey brothers when they come up later.
He was giant. Spoilers.
Well, you know, if you're watching this and you've not seen the episode, what are you doing? The two worked really well together. There was stuff like an arm drag that worked. It was like one of them super duper young buck flips over tops. Let's go for an arm drag, and then goes for a normal arm drag again, and it doesn't work whatsoever.
It'd be a really catchy name of a move. That super duper flippy over the ropes, dropping Young Buck's arm drag. Sounds like the Young Bucks name for an arm drag.
Oh, it is, yeah, like the Meltzer
driver.
Andrews has to use Hurricanranas and his agility in general to try and get the better of Wolfgang, and they're really selling Wolfgang as a powerhouse during the match. Yeah. The crowd already split between Wolfgang and Andrews. This is interesting because we've seen Wolfgang earlier on as a heel. This was clearly filmed before that was clearly filmed after this was filmed.
It did seem that way, didn't it?
I wish they'd just shown it in order, man. Wolfgang's a character that we know, so like we don't need that he's a heel, he's coming out as a face thing. It's Big Show all over again. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Both... the crowd really was split. Both of these guys have made a real name for themselves on the UK scene and have been doing good work since they've been in the WWF. WWF. We've got another
blast from the past.
We've got another podcast where we cover a vintage WWF. Check it out in the playlist.
That's the World Wildlife Federation Wrestling.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with Andrews. It was I could sort of name all the incredible stuff that he was doing, but he was so fast to watch.
Yes,
he's one of these guys that really took the time that he had and put as much as he could into the match.
Yes,
which is awesome.
And very clean as well, man.
Very clean, clean,
and he works all over the ring as well.
He
He's all over. Like you'll notice with some wrestlers, like they'll work the corners or they'll work the center of the ring or they'll work on the outside. He's just going everywhere, and it's
frantic and exciting,
fun to watch.
Nice spot where Andrews climbs the turnbuckle and Wolfgang catches him mid-air for a modified gut buster. Looks great, man. Looks
good.
Great.
That looked painful.
If it was a tiny bit cleaner, that'd be RKO catching level sort of stuff. It was really good.
Military press drops onto the apron was cool.
Really
from the
cool.
outside. That was good.
A spear.
His spears. We talked about this last time. I'm sure we did.
They are really good.
Yeah, it's like a mixture of a spear and a what's it called?
Rock bottom type thing.
Yeah,
sort of
Uranagi.
Like so he sort of like lifts him up of his
and slams.
Really cool.
I think best spear in the WWE.
Do you know who else has got a really good spear? Bianca Belair.
Yes, she does.
Yes,
she's got a very good spear.
Very good spear. She can spear me any day. Wolfgang takes to the air, attempting to deliver a moonsault, but misses. A tornado DDT from Andrews, a stun dog millionaire, which is an awful name.
No, best name for a move.
It's an awful name.
Stun dog millionaire. Love it.
And then there's shooting star press, which, wow, I mean, I haven't seen a shooting star press that high for such a long time.
So much like vertical lift on that, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he sort of misses the move slightly. Wolfgang, he sort of just
hit
lands on his face.
Slapped him with his hands.
Yeah, but it's fine.
But he was okay.
But the height, man. The height is phenomenal. I'm trying to think. No, I can't think of anyone high. That was great, man. And that's the end of the match.
Moonsault DDT, though.
Really
worth
good.
mentioning.
Yes,
Moonsault
sorry,
DDT. He does a moonsault. Wolfgang catches him, and then it's a kind of tilt-a-whirl DDT. Oh, thing of beauty.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's great. Wonderful stuff.
Yeah, really good.
Andrews and Wolfgang shake hands at the end. Two respectful guys. Wolfgang exits and the Coffee Brothers overtake him to attack Mark Andrews. We get them beating him up in the ring for a bit, and then Flash Morgan Webster comes in. Wolfgang standing at the top of the ramp for all this, and then Wolfgang goes into the ring to clear out the Coffee Brothers. They both go to the apron, come up, standing on the ramp, and then Wolfgang attacks, and I'd called it because you'd come up by this point, and I said, that's what's happening, and it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
We've got a really strong faction now in Wolfgang, the Coffees. This storyline's been developed. I sort of understand why they made this as a main event. I just wish that the Tyler Bate Wolfgang match was now. But then I suppose if they'd put Tyler Bate and Wolfgang in episode 4 instead of episode 2 and put this in episode 2 instead of then you would have been questioning why Wolfgang was bothering with Tyler Bate instead of continuing this feud.
And also there are so, because you've got Webster and Mark Andrews and the Coffees and now Wolfgang as well, and Travis as well. So you've got all these different things to try and get all those segments lined up in an order that makes any kind of sense in terms of do you know what I mean?
It's only programming. You can
swap
do
them
that.
around,
they should be able to do that. They haven't.
But then if you swap the match from 1 to 4, you've then got to move the matches around that happen in the middle on 2 and 3 as well. So I can see why they've done it.
Yeah, but I think there's also been some bad matches put together in the match. Like we've talked before about too many cannonballs.
Yeah, Hurricane Ranas as well. Yeah. So many Hurricane Ranas.
Turnbuckle.
Yeah, turnbuckle work.
Yeah,
for 4 episodes, it seems like a lot.
Yeah, they should have been able to mix it up a bit better, in my opinion. Cool.
Really nice to see a smaller guy get the win. So Mark Andrews getting the win, because normally in that story that WWE tell is little fast guy goes against big strong guy.
Yep.
Little fast guy seems to be getting he's getting beaten up, he's getting thrown around, but he's doing the comeback, and eventually the big strong guy plants him with something massive, pins him 1, 2, 3. We get that story a lot. Really nice to see them go, no, sometimes the underdog guy can pull it off.
Yes,
he
and
can
no.
use his speed.
The only reason I'd say no is because you negate that fact when every face wins the last 4 episodes.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It's the only issue.
But quite often,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, face heel dynamics aren't just like big guy, small guy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. No,
I know what you mean.
It was good to say,
it has been like face,
yeah,
hasn't
which
it?
is, but you're right. If that hadn't have been like that,
then it would have been.
Made more impact. How many stars would you? Oh no, we'll go best match first.
You know what, Wolfgang, Mark Andrews. Yeah. It was a really good match. It might be my favourite one that we've had on NXT UK.
I think I preferred the Gibson match.
That was a great match,
but not necessarily technically though. I thought we just told a better story.
It was, I think that had it beat in terms of storytelling. But I think just for how clean it was in ring, I think great. Just how entertaining it was. Yep. Wolfgang, Mark Andrews has it.
Best performer.
Mark Andrews.
Agreed. Mark Andrews was amazing.
He's really, really good.
So much energy. And how many gay stars would you give this episode?
4. I'm gonna go 4.
What?
No.
Yeah. No. 4's way too high. 4's like I want to go back and watch this again immediately.
You know what? Well, I did watch it twice, so I think it deserves. You know what? I don't think it was like perfect, but no, I didn't fast forward anything. I watched the whole thing through twice because I enjoyed it a lot. I just thought there was so much improvement on so many of the different kinds of segments. The Ginny thing was way better.
It was good.
The opening match with Mustache Mountain was really entertaining. The final match was really entertaining. Yep. I thought the promos, while the questions are boring,
it was the half hour in between the 2 matches in between.
The middle was certainly the weakest part. But you know what? For the beginning and for the end, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed that episode.
I'm going to give it 2.25 stars.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was good. 2.25 is okay. It's not.
It's less than half. If you got that in an exam, you'd fail.
Well, WWE has failed this week.
I liked it. I really liked it. It's the highest score I've given so far.
It's just 2 matches in the middle, and there's too many things that annoy me at the minute.
Eddie Dennis, man, the promo.
Eddie Dennis is great. But let's get rid of match now.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, please hit that like button. Do it for me. Like, subscribe.
Yeah. I enjoyed a really more delicious than normal taste of coffee from this Gimme a Whole Year mug.
You know, that's fascinating because I made you tea.
Did you?
Yeah.
I drink weird milk, so I can never tell whether it's tea or coffee. Lactose intolerant, so
awesome.
Could be tea, could be coffee.
Please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit us up on Facebook. Let us know what you thought of the episode, and stay tuned for more awesome NXT reviews.
The third coffee brother right here.
More like the Bludgeon Brothers second pet. Thank you very much for joining us. Take it easy. Keep it gay.
Cheers.